Let's talk about TikTok getting banned. Do we think it's finally happening? Senator Josh Hawley brought up a bill. If it happens, Chris's calls are going to print even more than they already have on Meta. What do we think?
But you're saying banned from government phones?
No. Josh Hawley wants to ban it in the United States. He's bringing
in the United States.
Formal bill to get rid of this shit. Look, I don't want them to get rid of TikTok, to be honest, because I've been using it and it's pretty cool. Now, granted, I don't think they're going to get rid of it because I don't think the Congress is going to agree. Like there has to be a 66% majority for them to agree to get rid of it, right? Now, if they did get rid of it, there would be a lot of attention. So there's like some upsides and downsides to it going away. But in general, I don't think they're going to let 80 million Americans that use it every day not get to use it. I don't think that's how America works. India works like that.
Well, first of all, it's the way that the government tends to pretty much destroy anything is that they will create legislation around it so that literally people who are creating on it, people who are thinking of creating on it, the whole mystique behind it will end up going into the negative, right? So right now, think about it this way. If you're an advertiser and you find out that this TikTok is literally just funneling a bunch of CCP messages, do you really want to be associated with that? No. Same thing with the political ramifications of being on TikTok. So people are distancing themselves from TikTok a little bit. There's this large segment of Americans right now, they're woken up to the poisonous, cancerous stuff that's going on TikTok that's literally being pumped in through an algorithm. So I think a lot of parents, a lot of people, even a lot of younger people are starting to wake up to the idea and say, look, there are other alternatives out there that have the same capabilities, but don't have the same potential for us being negatively influenced. And that's why I see Reels growing like crazy, where I see TikTok is flatlining. So if you look at the statistics, it makes total sense.
So about TikTok, one thing, Huawei was banned in the United States, correct? Is that the company they banned?
Yeah.
For basically doing something to their chips that spy on us. So if the government decides, first of all, that they actually are spying on us, I see no reason why they wouldn't ban it. I'm not saying they are doing it, but I see no reason why there wouldn't be an outright ban. They've already done it to a Chinese company. Why wouldn't they do it to another one? The other thing is about India. Did India ban TikTok? Is that banned there?
They banned it in 2020 completely.
Okay. And who else banned them besides India? What other countries are banning TikTok?
I don't know, but there's a decent amount of them.
Because that's interesting, because I'm sure that the U.S. government is looking at these other countries then saying, oh, you're banning it for this reason. We should be concerned about this as well. So I'm sure in the back offices of government, they're probably talking about this.
Well, the thing is, they're finding a lot of stuff that have basically been claimed to be true. If you look at the software code, there's people out there that have actually gone through all the lines of code on TikTok and said, look, wait a second. There's actually information that's showing that they're in control. Like I was sharing with Amit not too long ago about Jason Calacanis.
Not too long ago. It was yesterday, Chris.
Yeah, it was yesterday. Okay. Yeah. No, about TikTok actually having the ability to influence what gets trending and what doesn't. And there's actually some studies on the view counts might be fake, in which case it's almost like, hey, Vitalik wants to, if you want to attract an influencer to post more content on TikTok, what they'll do is they'll incentivize you by making the engagement fake. So they'll say, oh, here's 100,000 people that watched your channel or watched your video, when there's actually not 100,000 people that watched it, but you believe that you're more important than you really are.
Granted, Chris, I don't think it's if it's not 100,000, it's 95,000, right? Like I think there's still for example, I did a TikTok the other day. I think got 6,000 views and a lot of engagement, and it's still getting views today. The TikTok was me talking about how if you're a startup founder, you have to be willing to be cringe and put yourself out there. It's like 6,000 people, connected through DMs.
Yeah, but here's the thing. How do you know that that's real?
But I don't really care if it's 6,000 or 5,000. I just care that it got attention.
No. But that's what I'm trying to say. How do you even know it's not 1,000? How do you know it's not 1,000?
Yeah. Well, the levels, the engagement. I mean, the pure likes. I mean, maybe that's being manipulated, but I can see the notifications of the likes. I go to the account.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That if you manipulate a person, see, right now you're classic case of manipulated person because you saw a high number, so now you're going to create more on TikTok.
Oh, hell yeah, I'm gonna create.
See,
more.
But here's the thing. But you don't know if that data is real or not. That's the problem.
It's Chris. But my thing is, it's way more than anything YouTube Shorts or.
But dude, if it's fake, it doesn't mean shit. That's what.
Well,
I'm saying.
hold on,
bro. These are a guy.
Chris, he doesn't know. You can't say that yet. He doesn't know that.
But neither does Chris. The thing is, neither does Chris. Chris, you don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Chris doesn't know.
But also what I'm saying is, regardless, if Chris could be 99% right, the 1%, like there was a guy from Boston who called me because we connected over that TikTok, did a little bit of networking. Like that's a real phone call I had. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so
That
that's
was a guy-
more than what
that was
Instagram
actually a
Reels
guy
and
from China.
YouTube Shorts is giving.
Yeah, but how do you know? How do you know that guy was real?
He was in China.
How do you know? Right? How do you
He's
know?
fucking China. I mean. But my point is like my point here. I agree with you, Chris. Everything you're saying is correct. Until Instagram and YouTube Shorts can give the discovery, and the reason it's not happening is very simple. It's not the algos. There is a feed for Instagram photos and a feed for YouTube thumbnails that is not the main feed for vertical video. TikTok has one feed that's vertical video, and they just condition people to consume that way. The other platforms have copied it. The AI is up there, right? The Wall Street Journal did a great piece that Meta's AI is up there, but it's not what people want to do on Instagram at the level of what they're doing on TikTok. Now, if TikTok gets banned, maybe that changes, but it's not happening at the moment.
For me,
it also could just be like a public theater where they know that the bill will get shot down, so people can say that
That's what I
they were
think it is.
against it, get everybody on the record, right? And then you can continuously fundraise off of that, right? You can do this, you can put it to vote 2 or 3 more times. And maybe it eventually will get banned, but will it get banned on this particular vote? I don't know, probably not.
Probably not. I wouldn't think so.
I think in the past, the question around banning TikTok was something that was brought up by the Trump administration and all that stuff. And there was a lot of pushback because there were no equivalents out there. And there would have been a lot of outrage from content creators and influencers and all this other stuff. Whereas now I think most content creators and influencers, they're not beholden to one platform. They're actually going and doing multiple platforms. And I think Meta and Facebook have realized that and actually started to do better in terms of monetizing those influencers and creators and getting them on board. I think if that happens, then here's the other thing with TikTok too. TikTok, if you look at the total CPMs that people are getting, it's literally pennies, if not less. And I think at the end of the day,
ad revenue is disgusting. It's horrible. It's so bad.
What ends up happening is if you can entice people to actually make a living off of another platform and then say, hey, listen, if you want that money, you're going to have to be exclusive. That just is going to drive more people to the other platform. So I just think right now, Meta has an opportunity. And this is where Meta, I think, has failed in the past. And Jason Calacanis actually brought it up that Meta was never good at monetizing creators, whereas I think that tune is changing a little bit.
They fucked up on that big time. YouTube's the only platform that actually figured that out.
So in 2030 or even in 10 years, what do you guys think will be the top social media platforms?
Audia.
Boom.
I think first of all, I do think there's going to be an audio platform that gets steam. I don't know if it's me, but I think people are not satisfied with Spotify. I think Spotify's not making any money. I mean, music is at best a net 5% income business. They have to figure out podcast ads. So I do think audio is going to be big. I don't know if it's me or someone else, but I think even YouTube could make a play. Like someone's going to figure out audio. If not that, the only platform I trust will be here in 2030 is YouTube. And that's because search and Google. Well, and I think people won't give a fuck about Meta. I don't know in 2030. I mean, they've got to do a lot of product innovation, but video is not going anywhere. Meta is updates. Like your text updates, photo updates, your family, that stuff gets boring, right? Like, and that's why reels are being so popular because it's engaging. YouTube and video is like, we will never, the only bear case on YouTube is the metaverse becomes real and YouTube doesn't figure out how to incorporate themselves. But if that's not the case, we will be watching video for the next 100 years. Because video is like video.
Mm-hmm.
Like video's amazing. I mean, we've had television for damn near 100 years now. Not damn, like about 60, 70. So I would say YouTube.
And that's on the video side. What do you think about like, say, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, the way that people just connect, WhatsApp? Like, I mean, I'm even including those. Like WhatsApp. You think WhatsApp's still going to be like a major?
WhatsApp is growing. That's going to be bigger
communication tool. I could see it morphing into more because it is really good for business and it's really good like across borders, right? It's got a really good like when I talk to people overseas, it's so convenient. And the fact that you can like a video chat like right in the it's nice. It is very nice for that cross border thing. It makes it feel like everyone's in the same country.
Well, I think the mistake that what's it called Apple Messenger is making. Obviously, they're locking people into Apple.
Mm-hmm.
But what I find is that people who don't have Apple, I use WhatsApp with them. I don't want to use regular text with them. It's basically WhatsApp that I use, and even to FaceTime, basically. Yeah. So yeah, I have tenants and everything. So the easiest way I do it is through WhatsApp, and they have WhatsApp already. So I'm never like, oh, do you have this? I can always. They basically say yes, I have.
Find them on WhatsApp.
So my point is that I think that's going to be almost a standardized messaging platform, because Android and Apple and Google are fighting it out, and WhatsApp is taking over that whole standardized messaging.
I think Twitter could disrupt WhatsApp really well if they fix their DMs and they make it.
The DMs
No,
suck.
that's not true. That's not true. If I go, hey, do you have can I direct message you on Twitter? A lot of people I know don't have Twitter, but they do have WhatsApp.
So they make a Twitter account. It's not that complicated, but
No,
they have to grow. You have to grow.
Yeah,
but Twitter needs to add a lot of functionality. Like we need to be able to make video calls like what happened to Periscope.